Well, I think that the hearings before the Foreign Relations Committee was, I think, a very able presentation by Secretary Rusk, indicated that our position is not going to change in Southeast Asia. I think also the reaction to the Riot Commission report indicated that we're not going to perhaps take some of the steps that I think that are so desperately needed internally in the United States. I think it's also clear that Richard Nixon, based on the New Hampshire primary and on the strength that he has amongst the delegates, is going to be the nominee of the Republican Party, and I think that from statements that he's made, there's not going to be any great change within our cities, in our urban centers, or amongst our rural poor with him. So I think that I'm going to take a very careful look at the situation. I'm concerned, like I think a great number of people are, and I think that I was concerned about running before because I think of the divisions that it might create within the Democratic Party. It seems to me that the division is there, and I must take a careful look.
If the division is there, and as you say in one of your recent interviews in Germany, I think it was, you talked about the division that it might create in the party. But if the division is already there, does that erase a major reason for your staying out?
Well, it certainly creates a situation where I want to take another look at the situation.
Good morning, Senator. What do you think about the surprising showing of Senator McCarthy yesterday?
Well, I think it indicates that there's a good deal of concern about, even within the Democratic Party across the United States, that there's a good deal of concern about the direction in which the country is moving.
Do you see this as a defeat for the president in New Hampshire?
Well, I don't know that I'd add anything to what I said. I think that there is concern within the Democratic Party about the direction that we are going, I think internally and within our own country and our relationship to other nations and in Southeast Asia.
Were you personally surprised at the strong showing that Senator McCarthy
Well, I
made?
think that like everyone, we all had a feeling that he was going to do quite well. I congratulate him because I think that he presented the issues to the people of New Hampshire.
How well is 42%?
Well, I think under the circumstances that I think he did remarkably well. And as I say, for the Democratic Party as a whole, I think it's an indication of a good deal of dissatisfaction about the situation at the moment.
Now, are you going to reassess your own position? Mean a thing unless it meant that Bobby was going to get in it. So let me put the direct question to you, sir. Are you going to get in it?
Well, I think you just asked me a couple of minutes ago, and as I said, I'm going to take a look at the situation because of the factors that I mentioned and several others.
Have you talked to
Thank
Senator
you.
McCarthy since
I called him
yesterday?
last night around midnight and congratulated him.
Thank you very much, Senator. Let me do one question. Have you got sound on it? Wait a minute. Aha. Tell me when you're rolling. For sound. Senator, one of Mr. Johnson's advisors, otherwise unnamed, said last night that New Hampshire doesn't mean a thing unless Bobby gets into it. Now let me ask you the direct question. Are you going to get into it? Were you surprised at the strong showing Senator McCarthy made in New Hampshire? issue on